There are a bunch of reasons why you need to come to Medellin. And for many people that talk about traveling the world, one thing tends to stop them more than anything else, and that's fear. And today I have Latanya Reeves here with me, and she has a phenomenal story. And without spilling the beans, I'll just say that she left out of St. Louis, Missouri, came down to Cali, South America, Colombia, and things didn't work out. She's traveling solo. She's a woman, as you can see, and she had to change plans abruptly while in Cali alone. Things didn't work out. And so we're going to ask her a few questions, and I'm going to provide a link to her channel and encourage you to go subscribe and ask her questions. She's going to start journaling her journey online, and that way you can get some real live feedback from someone that's actually here on the ground doing this. So Tanya, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. She's reached out to me online, and we scheduled a few things and stuff came up, but we finally connected today, and she is an awesome person. So I'm glad that we were finally able to hook up, and you're great.
Thank you.
So tell us, was this your first time down to Colombia?
This is my very first time in Colombia. I started off in Cali, and Colombia, here I am.
Wow. And what made you choose to go to Cali first?
I received an opportunity through Workaway, and I was volunteering on a public relations marketing project with a local hostel, and that's what brought me here.
Okay. And how long were you in Cali? Now, before we do that,
okay.
I know you mentioned earlier on that your family and friends thought you were crazy.
Oh man,
for
sure.
coming down to Colombia, let alone coming by yourself.
Sure.
Can you share some of that?
Sure. Oh, I received everything, like every warning known to woman or man. You're gonna get caught in the sex trade, and Pablo Escobar. Like it was like they were throwing around trigger words. They didn't have a start or a finish, but it was like, be aware that all of these things could happen to you. So I was told that there's so much crime and there's so much drugs and everything down here. Every reason not to come.
Now, clearly you're still here now.
I'm alive and kicking, y'all.
She's alive.
Fingers, I'm alive.
Alive. So when you first touched down in Colombia, what was your first impression? Were you nervous? Were you scared? Because I know when we were on the plane, I was still shaking. Started having many panic attacks. Like, did I make the right decision? So what was your first impression when you landed in Cali? And please share that.
So I believe that I had many first impressions because every single thing that I was doing was a first. So there was a language barrier starting on the last leg of my trip here out of Miami. The flight was in Spanish and it was translated to English. So that let me know that I was in for a dramatic change. When I got off of my plane in Cali, Colombia, there wasn't anyone there to greet me. So I had to figure out how to catch a cab, and they were telling me that Uber wasn't a good idea. So I'm sure that was just marketing, and I'm sure it was just leaving opportunity for the cab drivers. So I had to catch a cab. I had to get my luggage. My luggage took forever and a day to come. I thought that wasn't gonna make it. I was prepared for the worst. But what I knew that I kept with me the entire time was my senses. I kept my senses about me. I tried to keep my mind together and just continue to say the words that I could, which are hola and please help, and in English, is there anyone around? So the language barrier has been the biggest barrier throughout the time that I've been here.
Okay. Now, a lot of people ask about hotel accommodations, Airbnb.
Sure.
You chose the hostel.
Yes.
Right. Could you explain what a hostel is?
So a hostel is very similar to a hotel. I believe that it's run in a similar manner that a hotel is. You check in, you check out. It's for short-term stays. or long term, just depending on whatever you can pay for. There were times that when I was in the hostel, I stayed in a bunk bed, and there were also times that I had my own room. It was very safe, it was secure, it was beautiful. I met so many people from other countries. There were different travelers there. They provided breakfast and safety. So when I say it was very inexpensive, one night at the hostel was 25 million pesos.
25. Okay, that's about
$8.
$8 a night, and the pictures were awesome. I was able to look at some of the pictures of a room, and I'll admit I was kind of nervous myself with staying in some hostels, but after looking at her pictures and reading reviews online about hostels in general, I think moving forward, whenever we land in a new country, we'll probably stay in a hostel a few days. Opportunity, like you said, to meet other people.
Sure.
Instant connection, so that way we don't have that feeling of being alone.
Absolutely.
And being scared. So
try it for one day at least.
At least, exactly. And for $8 a day, I mean,
might as
you
well.
can't beat it.
You get clean towels, you get water, you get fresh linens. I mean, if you're in a new city, in most cases, you're going there to check things out, to travel, to become familiar with your environment. So you're not going to expect to be in the room the entire time anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you were in Cali, and the plan was to be there for a while.
Absolutely. For 3 months.
For 3 months.
To be exact.
And things didn't work out. Are you able to explain or share that story?
Yeah. So I was working on a concept project. There was a new project that I was working with the creator on, and we had a difference in agendas and a difference in ideas on the way that we were going to build the project out. We decided to go our own separate ways, and the relationship is still intact, and I'm happy to say that, and I wish the creator the best, the very best. But after that, I had to determine what was next for me. When we decided to part ways, I could either stay in Cali, which is what I was going to do, get an apartment and try to gain a teaching opportunity. And then Medellin came about. So the idea and the thought of Medellin came about. So there were some pretty big changes. I was supposed to stay in Cali for 3 months working on that project. That was my only plan. I didn't have a plan B.
Wow. So things didn't work out.
Right.
You made a decision just to up and go come to Medellin.
Sure.
What triggered that idea to come to Medellin?
Okay. Fortunately, I met someone who was really kind, and it was an English speaker, actually a person whose native language might have been Spanish or Patois or something of that nature. And this individual told me, hey, if you are in Colombia to make friends, then stay in Cali. And if you are in Colombia for opportunity, then your opportunity lies in Medellin. Yeah, sure.
Medellin.
Sure, Medellin.
And so you made a decision. How long did it take you to make the decision to come to Medellin after that conversation?
I'm sure it took me about 8 hours through the night.
So you slept on it, and the next day,
yeah, I woke up and I said I need to pack.
Wow.
And I was headed to the bus station.
Wow.
Alone. Yeah.
So she had a 3-month plan to stay in Cali. Things didn't work out after what, 7-10 days? You were about
Between 7 or 9 days.
7 to 9 days. Things didn't work out, and someone suggested that she go to Medellin because there were far greater opportunities there for her. And overnight, she was quick to make a decision.
Yeah.
And just up and came. Now, we do get a lot of people who inquire about Cali, want to go to Cali.
Sure.
What was, and I haven't been to Cali yet.
Okay.
So, your impressions of Cali versus Medellin.
Okay.
Pros and cons based on the time that you were there and the time, and you've been here about a week now in Medellin. What are the pros and cons? Would you live in Cali? Would I
live in Cali? So I lived in Cali for about 9 days, and that's the longest that I'll ever live in Cali.
Wow.
So I'm a progressive-minded person.
Okay.
That said, Medellin is a progressive, beautiful place.
That it is.
Yes. Cali is a great place to visit, in my opinion. But when it comes to upward mobility, you'll find that in Medellin.
Wow. Technology, and I know you've only been there a short time. Um, Technology, the friendliness of the people, is it different there compared to here?
I would say that technology, as far as technological advancement, it's obvious that there are more advancements here.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
everyone is friendly in Cali. Everyone is friendly in Medellin that I've met. Everyone so far has been friendly in Colombia.
Awesome. Awesome. Medellin is a beautiful city. It's awesome. We've met so many people, and we just love it. I absolutely love it. I agree with Latanya. There are limitless opportunities here if you're open to it, and so I love it, man. Any other words of wisdom? I mean, I'm still blown away. I mean, I came with my wife and I came with 3 kids, so I was comfortable because I was coming with somebody. I don't know if I would have done it on my own. Um, I don't know if I would have done it by myself. So I'm just impressed and blown away that this woman, this female, is traveling on her own and feels completely confident
Sure.
and secure in herself. And any words of wisdom for those people that are just contemplating or just scared or
Oh,
concerned about
absolutely.
what family and friends say about traveling abroad,
Absolutely.
whether alone or with a family?
I have that. Words of wisdom. There will be peaks and valleys. You will survive. Not to mention a slogan, a phrase, words that I tell myself, words of affirmation are do it afraid. You're going to be afraid. There's not going to be a time when you wake up and you say, oh, well, I'm completely confident now. By that time, it'll be too late. So do it afraid. And I think that that's what's helped me meet the Ross family. Please, wherever the Ross family ends up, find them. They will love up on you. You will love every bit of every branch of their family. You will enjoy them. You will love them. So find people that you speak to people, have conversations, be vulnerable, do things that are different than the way that you would traditionally do them at home. And for me, that was by tradition. I don't lean on other people, but when I got to Colombia, I recognized that I needed people. And I needed to stretch myself. And that's how I feel like I grow rapidly, because I take the opportunities to stretch myself, go through the pain, and then what I've always learned is that it's better on the other side.
Absolutely.
It's better after that growth spurt. So talk to people, let people know what you're doing and why you're doing it, and be brave, believe in yourself, bet on yourself.
Absolutely. And like I said, I'm glad we met.
Yeah, me too.
And I want to steal a phrase that we picked up from a young lady named Mavis Mans. She calls the people that she meets lifelong friends. And I believe that we found our new lifelong friend in Latanya. It's amazing, just the tip that she gave, just open up and talk to people. People are friendly. People want to help. And, just the people that we've met over the last 2 months that we've been here have been very helpful and instrumental in, one, helping us get around, and two, just helping us feel more confident about our decision to travel. And I solely believe that we'll be talking to Latanya 20, 30 years from now. We've met other people where we're going to hook up with them in other countries. Just opportunities that we would have never found or come across had we not taken the leap to just go out. So we get uncomfortable, get used to the idea of putting yourself in uncomfortable positions so that you can grow and expand. And so again, I'm thankful for meeting you, and thanks for taking the time to talk to everybody. I think you offered great words of wisdom. I'm going to put a link to her channel under the description here of this video. Click on it, go subscribe. She has lots of wisdom and information to share with you guys.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate you. We out.